Let's open up the Bible to Psalm 86. Psalm 86, verse 11 says, "Teach me your way, O Lord, and I will walk in your truth. Give me an undivided heart that I may fear your name." This is a prayer of David, a man after God's own heart who knew the Lord and who was a worshiper. He wrote songs and he wrote prayers to God because he knew him. He had that relationship with the Lord. And I just want to make 2 points here, that he asked the Lord 2 things. And he says, I want you to teach me, Lord, and I want you to give me an undivided heart. And the first thing he says is, teach me, Lord. And he says, if you teach me, Lord, then I will walk in your truth. And the second thing he says is, give me an undivided heart. An undivided heart is a heart that is whole and is wholly focused on the Lord, wholly given to the Lord. And he asked those 2 things of the Lord so that he might have a heart to walk in the truth and so that he might fear the Lord. And to fear the Lord, that means to give him respect and to honor him and to know that his word is the final word and you live your life in accordance to the things that he says. So when David's asking the Lord to teach him, it's not so that he can have head knowledge. He's saying so that I might apply my life to it, so that I might walk in it. Not so that he can just go to a place and hear things, or go to a church building or go to the temple and hear things. But he's saying, God, I want you to tell me these things so that I might align myself to the things that you are saying. And then he says, Lord, I want you to give me an undivided heart, a heart that is wholly towards you, that's going to go along the path that you have for me. Not along my path, doing my thing, going the path of the world, but a heart that's saying, God, I'm going to follow exactly what you want me to do. And then that shows that we have a fear for the Lord. And my application is, are we asking the same thing of the Lord? Just because you come into a building and you hear a sermon does not mean that you're actually wanting the Lord to teach you, because when he's actually teaching you, the right response, just like David, is that you're going to be walking in the truth. That means an action, taking steps in the things that you have been doing. So ask, am I walking in the truth, the things that the Lord is telling me? Not am I hearing, but am I taking those action steps to walk in that truth? And then the second application is, Lord, are you asking him to give you an undivided heart? Is your heart divided, going this way with the world and then going this way with the Lord? Because an undivided heart will not stand. And you have to come to the Lord with the whole heart. And if you want to know, do I fear the Lord? Look at your heart and see if it's divided. What are you going after? What are your thoughts go? What are you thinking about when you wake up in the morning? How the choices that you're making, that's going to show how you're living your life. So those are prayers that you can pray to the Lord and ask him, and to know if you're walking in the truth, and to know if your heart is holy for the Lord. Amen.